that'd be Holly or Haley. No, I'm out. recruit? Good.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to Illini Central. We are in the Cougar Den, affectionately named by the late, great Hall of Fame coach John Giesler. My name is Coach Tony Worley. I am sitting alongside Coach Evan Ewens right here with me this evening. Coach is our sixth grade coach, assistant middle school coach, and sitting in with me tonight. It's nice to have somebody sitting in with me, Coach. It's a little bit tougher when you're doing it by yourself because you're doing the whole deal, especially when I'm doing it, because I'm doing computer, I'm running the camera, and I'm trying to call the game too. So it's great to have you with me this evening for this Sangamo Conference game as we get ready to take on the Olympia Spartans. I've called so many games here lately. I got ready to say something. I got ready to say another mascot. So it's good to have them in this evening. We're looking forward to a good game. Nice little crowd. Biddy ball at halftime between the JV halftime. I think we got little Palms or something going on tonight too, maybe.
Yep, Palms Clinic I think is going on tonight.
So it's going to be. We always talk about how we have nice crowds on those evenings. Hopefully we will again tonight. Yep. Now it's just on the boys to play well early so that people will want to stick around. The last time we had this situation, we were kind of getting thumped at halftime, and it was a Friday night, so everybody took off and went home. So let's hope maybe we can, get off to a good start here and get them to stick around. Yeah. The snow's not coming until morning, so we can stick around. Exactly. So. We come into this game at 13-12 on the season. They come into the game, Olympia does, 8-15. We both are kind of on a little bit of a rough streak. We've lost 4 straight with 5 games to go. They've lost 5 straight with 4 games to go. So both of us are in need of a win. But I don't know if need's the thing. I think you could just come off of the end of the middle school season. This time of year, you're just trying to build a little bit of momentum going into. You're trying to build a little momentum going into the postseason.
Yeah, and we were talking before we got on for the onto the broadcast. You were given the records for the subsectionals, and I was like, this is probably a pretty big game, and you kind of just said it yourself. This is about momentum at this point in the season. Trying to get momentum, not only for the rest of it, but kind of a spark to go into for next year.
Yeah, and my thought earlier today was I think, Coach Giesler usually went into a season with, like, X amount of goals.
Yeah.
Like, you want to win 20 games. You want to win – you'd like to win both of our conferences. You'd like to, win a regional, just low-level things. For us, make sure the Duck stays in Mason City, doesn't go to Midwest or Havana.
Yep.
Really like to end up the Tomahawk at some point during the season. That trophy's fun to have in the building.
Yeah.
Some of those we're not going to be able to do now, but there's a couple of them that are still actually on there that we could, you could still win 20 games. You say, well, you got 13. Well, I mean, you could still get there. So, you need to, there's still things that you're trying to shoot for. Tonight, we talked about, you and I talked before we came on here about our keys to the game. So our keys, the keys to it, Coach and I came up with what we were just talking about, build some momentum. Play a little bit better than we've been playing, and see if we can't get on a little bit of run. We've had a little bit of an injury bug here in the last week or so, build some momentum. You mentioned beforehand that they've got some size.
Yeah.
So I thought key number 2 is we got to rebound, because we usually are undersized. So we got to rebound. Yeah. And then you had the third one, which you were thinking.
Yeah, I was thinking Coach Giesler, play our game, play our style. Don't let them speed us up, because with them being so big, transition might be their type of game as well. Get a rebound, find your guard, and go. So we got to play at our speed, play our game, do what we do is what I think I said. So I think those are the top 3 that they have to do tonight, and I think the Cougar Den will be pretty happy with our performance if we do these 3 things.
Yeah, it's that time of year. You start trying to. I thought the other thing too. This time of year, you got kids. I don't mean on either of our teams. I just mean in general, all across the state. This time of year, kids got to make a decision. Are they ready to be done, or are they ready to keep going?
Yep.
and I've been a part of some teams as a coach that they were teetering on being ready to be done.
Yeah.
And it was like, just because things haven't gone your way to this point doesn't mean, you can't get hot late and, make a little bit of run.
Yeah.
Put yourself in a position, you mentioned that, I got it written down. We'll get to it as the game goes on about both of our subsectionals.
Yep.
Seeding comes out, I think, on Friday. Girls regional starts Saturday.
Wow.
So, the boys they're a week away, they're a week away from it. So, it's a big game in so much as it's not going to decide the conference.
No.
It's not going to, neither one of us are getting to 20 wins tonight, but we both do have an opportunity to try to get some momentum going as we get ready to head into the postseason.
Especially with Olympia, with their 5 straight losses. I bet they're itching for a win. And
yeah.
I bet they look at us and they're kind of like, this could be the chance. So, I bet they come out fired up, but we have to match that.
Right.
Play our game and everything, like we said. So, I think it'll be a good one tonight. I think we're gonna get a really good game tonight.
I agree with you. So, and we only have a few more broadcasts left.
Yeah.
So again, Good to have you with me. If you're new to our broadcast, we're going to cut out here for the national anthem, and then we will be back. We'll go starting lineups, and we'll be ready for some Illini Central Cougar basketball. We'll be right back. And I usually mention Mr. Kelly Damon, our band director's not up there, but a new addition to our staff this year, Mr. Julian Castillo, who does a great job with our kids as well. We're blessed to have him here at Illini Central. He's been great so far. Kids love him. I know when they did teacher appreciation at a game a couple weeks ago, he was chosen. That's always nice to be a new staff member and have that happen. So, Coach, let's meet the starters for Olympia. You got them there on your sheet of paper. I'm going to throw them on the screen.
Yes, I do. All right, starting out of guard, senior, number 1, Owen Alford. Number 2, another senior, Ian Tackett. A junior, number 21, Gabe Demling. Number 24, senior, Carson Berkey. And number 30, sophomore, Kale Halley is the starting lineup for the Olympia Spartans.
Oh, boy. We'll see if the Cougar, the light works. We'll see if all this works.
Yeah, it's looking good so far, Coach.
Well, we'll also see whether it's the right starting lineup. It's not, I don't think. I put up on the screen what one of our players made during the class today. but it was inaccurate. So we're going to have to set the stage when they come out for the jump. We laughed about this.
Yeah.
If that was going to be the case. So what we just ran quickly across the screen.
I was about to say, I'm seeing Ryder Claypool, and then we have
Parker Umback.
We got Brody Folks going Druin Evans tonight. And number 5, David Bard is the starting lineup tonight, Coach.
Good to see David able to play again. He played on Saturday.
I'm really shocked. After seeing the pictures of his ankle and everything, I'm really shocked. That's a quick recovery.
Yeah, it's good. You definitely don't want to see someone at the end of their senior year have to miss out on playing.
Absolutely not, especially when he hasn't decided what he's doing yet. So I bet a lot of schools are still kind of pursuing him and trying to see what they want out of him. So, that's big for him to come back. It's very, very taped, but, I think that kind of shows how much he loves this.
Right,
so.
Yep. He definitely, basketball is his thing.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens. Get all our little kids out of the way. Good to have a big crowd.
Yeah. I haven't seen the Cougar. I keep saying Cougar Center. I'm so used to playing in there.
Yeah.
Cougar Den is pretty packed tonight as Evans and Berkey go at it. Berkey wins the tip. Olympia starts off with the ball. Tackett brings up the ball for Olympia. Tackett looking kind of in a 1-4 offensive set there. They kick out Berkey. Tackett gets the ball back. Umback tips it, stays in front of him. That's really good defense by Parker. That's awesome.
Illini Central starts in man. Been playing a little bit of zone some lately, so
yeah.
we're going to play some man tonight.
Yep. Back out to Alford. Alford driving on Evans, looking to get something, puts up a layup. Very contested.
Right
yeah, for sure.
A little bit off the bat.
Gets the rebound, Evans, gets it to Bard. Bard brings it down. Can't tell what Coach Burks is called, but gives it up to Claypool at the top of the key.
They start man. So
Yep.
Lob's open.
Lob up to David. Doesn't catch it. Folks 3. No good. Outlet pass out to Alford. Back to Berkey. Berkey looks for a shot. Doesn't get it. Demling to, is that Tackett? Yep, that's Tackett. Ian Tackett. Alford gets it into the corner, trying to back down Claypool. Letting them play tonight, Coach, a little bit.
It's physical early. It'll be interesting to see whether they clean it up a little bit.
Letting them play tonight. Yeah, and you know what? I'm not against something like this.
Right.
I told my 6th graders today at practice, you don't know basketball until you got to play through fouls and everything.
Right.
So reading the refs is probably the biggest part of this game.
Parker being told to tuck his shirt in. It could be. I'll live with that. It was back when I was coaching varsity, and it was always about you couldn't have your waistband rolled up.
Oh,
it was
really?
Like, are we really wasting time on this? What else do we got going on?
That was getting a bigger deal when I was still in high school.
Yeah.
My freshman year, all of us did that.
No, it was like, seriously.
Tackett fakes shot. Ooh, from the free throw line, no good. In and out. Drew Evans with another rebound. Gives it up to Claypool. Claypool bringing it down. Bard looks to shoot, not there. Back to Brody. Brody drives. Floater, no good. It's going to stay here for Cougar basketball. I was talking to Brody earlier today, and I was giving him a little bit of grief about how he didn't have to shoot 30-footers tonight.
That's
so
right.
We'll see how that goes.
Had a couple tough games in a row, especially the one was with David not around. It made it a lot harder for him to get open.
But he stepped up big that night. I watched it from home, and the shots he was hitting was just unbelievable.
Yeah, it wasn't for a lack of effort from him.
No,
he was trying. It was definitely a different situation.
When you're playing a number 6 team in the state in Auburn, and you don't have one of your best players, it's going to show, and it definitely did. But he stepped up big that night. As Berkey gets in the corner, fakes a shot. Picks up his dribble.
Man, they are really letting them play.
This is, Tackett gets it from Demling, from Haley. Bard gets the board. Claypool brings it down, Tackett in front of him, gives it to Parker, looks for a back door, great pass, Bard, layup, gets it to go. Cougars start off this game 2-0. That's a big bucket.
Yeah, it took 3 minutes to almost 3 minutes for either one of us to get a basket.
It's a big bucket. You know, you always want to be the first one to score. Try to get that momentum, see if they can keep it. There's a foul.
We're going to have to be careful on that 1-4 set that they're running. We've just barely a couple of times got away with it. They do kind of a different thing where they're looking to get that back cut, but then it's also kind of trying to get something for that elbow post guy to drive to the basket.
Yeah. Alford takes a deep three. No airballs it. Bard gets it. Transition. Beautiful pass to Umback. Umback doesn't take it. Brody Folks three. No good. Gets a rebound. Gets his own rebound. I feel like they're playing a little fast tonight, but you know, I'm not against it. Bard slows it down after I say that. Bard to Evans. Evans three. No good. Tackett brings it behind the back, gives it out to Haley. I'm going to say this name right.
Yeah.
Hallie.
I would say Hallie just because the alley part of it, and I would probably be completely wrong. So if you're related to Kale, we apologize.
Yes.
It was one of the ones we looked at. I didn't ask the coach how to pronounce it because I thought for sure I could figure that out, but not sure.
Drives in, Tackett. We could not call it anything.
Yeah, it's really unreal. It's kind of both ways. I mean, it doesn't seem to be. It's like we're not getting favored, but it's definitely physical.
Dominic Blair checks into the game for Ryder Claypool, another freshman. You know, he played the first half of the JV game.
That was close.
So, you know, we'll see if momentum, if he can keep that. Tackett three, no good. As Hallie gets the rebound, but it's taken from Bard. Bard drives in, looking for something, hits Parker. Back to Bard. Bard drives, fakes a shot, nothing there. Dom.
Gotta swing that ball.
Yeah, I know.
One too many dribbles.
Bard three, no.
Right now, it is.
They're just.
Nobody can make a basket.
No, and they're just shooting threes. At this point, just go in and see the ball fall one more time. You know, like go get a layup or something. Oh, let's see. 22 checked in the game. Cohen Alexander. Looks like he checked in for. Well, actually, we have two. We have Sam Goodman and Cohen Alexander checked into the game. I see one is for Alford, and I believe the other is for Demling. Yeah, it's for Demling. So Cohen Alexander and Sam Goodman have checked into the game. Bard, can he get this one to fall? Yes, he can. Shooter's touch there from David Bard makes it a 5-0 game. Cougars up top. Tackett brings it down to Alexander. Tries to get it in, but great defense by Umback. Dives on the floor. Berkey, no good. Bard gets it. Looks like they're trying to get another set with Brody at point. Brody drives. Tries to get something to go, but I just don't know if that was the smartest shot he could have taken. We got a foul on Druin, push under the basket as Claypool's checking back in, this time for Umback.
And Alford comes back in.
Alford back in, must have just wanted to talk to him about some of their sets. Tackett brings it down. Looking for something. He gives it to 23. Goodman. Goodman picks up his dribble. Back to Berkey. Tackett gets the top of the key. Ryder's just playing. He controlled that entire defensive possession, and then he throws it away.
Yeah, they had to be ready in the crowd over there.
Looks like he threw it to Mrs. Means, coach.
That's right.
She was ready for it.
She was ready for it.
She was ready.
She was ready for it.
Looks like we got a timeout called. Not sure by who.
It was by Olympia, 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout for Coach Burks.
And we will take it with him. We'll be right back. And we're back with 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the first quarter, and it's 5-0.
Tackett bringing it down. Finds Berkey. Berkey drives in. Gives it to Goodman. Goodman gets the layup in. Sam Goodman starts off the Spartan scoring tonight.
Okay, 2-2, no, 2-1.
2-1-2 it looks like.
Kind of, yeah. Well, that kind of drops back into a little bit of a one. This is our Achilles heel.
Yep. Alford, layup time. Got it.
This is our Achilles heel.
Let's see what.
And that looks a little 1-2. It looks a little 1-2-2.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I don't got to tell you that.
No.
Lincoln kid.
Yep.
Grew up in Lincoln.
Yep. Oh, and it's just they have to hit the middle there, Coach. Like in order to beat this, you have to hit the middle. Even with the guy sitting there, Parker's got to come up and help a little bit.
Well, the other thing is we're kind of matching up with it too.
Yeah. Like
you got to have someone over on the other side and back and forth, not have three where they can match up with you.
Yeah, and they're just getting the ball and going. They're just going straight into the press. Bard layup, no good. Claypool with a great rebound.
Jump ball,
and I believe stays here.
Yeah.
So.
Well, here's the funny thing, Coach. If you're watching at home or you don't watch a lot of basketball, you're like, well, why weren't they pressing sooner? Well, because you got to score to
exactly.
If that's the way you want to press,
exactly.
It's easier to get it set up.
Exactly.
You're 0 for the night. It's kind of hard to get into your press because it's not something you do just off of off of a defensive rebound by us.
Exactly. It's harder to get set up in something like that. As they call a foul. I don't know if that one was.
Well, with what already has been going on, you were surprised they would have called that.
Evans checks back in for Parker Umback.
37 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
See, and it's weird though because they're running the 1-2-2. It seems like on their press, but then they're immediately back in man. You don't see that a lot,
right?
Like that's very unorthodox to me.
Well, because I would assume, and the times I even considered doing that. You got to really know who your guy or if it's not, I got a guy to guard. If we just got to match up when we get down there, then you absolutely have to communicate.
For sure.
If you get back on defense, if you come out of that 1-2-2 and you and I don't talk about who we have, then we end up with you and me both guarding the same person.
Exactly. Coach, one of the keys was rebounding, and I don't think they've done a terrible job, but that was pretty bad.
Right.
Berkey just kind of went in and got the ball over 2 Cougars. So 15 seconds left.
Opposite of America's play, kind of right there.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's a nice play.
And they call a foul there.
Yep.
I think Cohen Alexander will be going on the line for the Spartans now.
David coming back in, obviously, with 10 seconds left on offense. I don't know how many.
You got to look to score.
Yeah, I don't know how many fouls he has if he was just getting a break to have a break.
Looks like they're putting Preston Clark in there too, and he's a pretty decent shooter for a freshman. So he hit a few in the JV game, so maybe continues. As Carter Flaherty checks out for Preston, and Ryder Claypool is out for David Bard.
I would really rather David be in there rebounding instead of Preston.
Yeah.
No offense to Preston, but he's a freshman.
He's also all of
5'3". And wow,
David,
that makes me look really smart.
Exactly. All for 3. He gets it.
Because that went right to where he was.
Coach, to end this first quarter, unless that goes in, to end this first quarter, Olympia just went on a 9-0 run after that timeout. Yeah,
I'm sorry about a little camera work right there. I was watching the game and coaching, and I should have been being a cameraman. I guess it's on there. It's a little bit behind. So
right.
Anyway, you're at home, you're watching a little bit behind where we are. So 38 of you out there watching tonight. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast so far. If you are a Illini Central person, make sure, hit the wrong button, didn't I? There we go. If you're a Illini Central person and you haven't already done this, subscribe to Illini Central Sports Network. Give us a like, except when I push the wrong button. And then if you notify it, you can if you hit notify, it'll pop up on your phone, on your computer, let you know when the game is, that the broadcast has started. It always does it on my phone. That's the way I know to check and see if the sound's working right. So do that for us. Let us, makes it easier for us to let you know what's going on when we upload a game later, we upload a podcast or something like that. Gives you the opportunity to know what's going on. So you're right, 9-0 run. They couldn't buy a bucket.
Nope.
Go full court press a little bit, and next thing you know, they've got the lead. So
yeah, and the press isn't anything special. I mean, it's just a standard kind of closed in 1-2-2 or 1-2-2. So and it was really more of a 2-1-2 or like 2-1-2.
Right, it looked like it morphed a little bit.
Yeah, so like the closer they were getting, it was morphing, but it started off as a 1-2-2. So we'll see how it goes now as Spartans start off with the ball. Berkey drives in on Clark. That is just a mismatch, Coach. That is a huge mismatch. And as I say that, Umback looks to be checking back in. I would think for Clark, as they finally get it over.
The thing that was
Dom Blair, boom! Dominic Blair for 3. That's a huge 3 for the freshman.
Yeah, because I was just thinking you had 2 freshmen on the front of that press. We're having to work together to take care of it.
Yeah.
Needs a confidence booster. Alfred says, I'll take one.
Nope.
Misses. Rebound down to David.
He hit one at the end of the first quarter, so trying to stay hot. Folks brings it down. Looking. Can we get back-to-back freshman threes? Yes, we can. Preston Clark for 3. Ties up the game. Huge shots from the freshman.
Now, we got to play defense.
Yep.
What did we just say? We said we can't press. They won't press if we get a stop.
Yeah, exactly. As Dom's in front of Tackett, kind of just gave up baseline there. Tackett goes in, easy bucket on both freshmen.
Right. Yeah, it was a strong move. Dom tried to go for a steal.
Folks takes it in. Layup time. Got it.
Nice play by Preston.
Here we go.
Clark.
This is the type of basketball we need to be playing.
Nice pass by Preston.
Tackett brings it down. Dom's in front of him. Gives it up to Berkey. Berkey looking. Trying to back down Evans. Gives it back out to Tackett. Goodman gets it. Back down to Alexander. I think Dom just kind of stumbled down there, Coach.
Yeah, and that was Preston's guy, too. They got caught there. They got caught.
See, Druin's got to stay back on that, I think. Here we go. Dom.
Nice dribbling. Move the ball.
Yep. Trying to set something up. David's sitting in the corner, so I think they're trying to look for a skip pass for David. As Clark gets it.
Nice
down
pass.
to Evans. Evans, layup, no. Called jump ball, and it will be our ball. As Umback checks in. Yep, he checks back in for Preston Clark, who just hit a big 3 to start off the quarter. Back-to-back threes from Dom and Preston. So we'll see what we see here now. As he gets it into Folks. Folks looking to set something up. Back to Bard. Bard tries to go to the baseline. Step back, nothing. Blair gets it. Druin 3. No good. Umback. Ooh. Tips off Umback's, both of his hands, actually.
One thing about how physical it's been, it's not going to affect them.
No.
How many of these kids have played football?
Exactly.
They're used to contact. That's one thing that's always, gets us a little bit is we don't have that. We're not used to that kind of contact.
Yeah.
Not having football. So
yeah, because they walked in and you were still setting stuff up, and I even said, yeah, these are all football players.
Right. Yeah.
These are all football players.
Yep.
So that's what Olympia is known for. I mean, football and track.
Yep.
So, and then when you have a stature kind of like a football player, you won't be too bad at basketball.
You're just not gonna. Physicality doesn't affect you.
No, you at that point you kind of hope for it. Like,
right,
you
want
used
someone.
to it. Yeah.
Yep, that's true. All right, well, 5 minutes and 19 seconds to go here in the first half. A game that's picked up a little bit pace-wise in terms of scoring anyway.
Yep.
We'll see how things go from here as Olympia will have the basketball to come out here. And again, like we mentioned, both of us are on a little bit of a losing streaks that we're maybe that's part of the physicality too, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to get off the.
They're done losing.
Yeah, tired of getting beat. That is just physical.
As Hallie just tried backing him down from the three-point line.
And again, I'm not saying it's either one way or the other. It's literally, we're both being physical. I look like my dad trying to, when I'm playing one-on-one with my dad, I'm like, kid, I'm going to back you down in there.
Yeah, Tackett's three, no good. They get in transition. Bard going down, waiting for people. Tackett's there. Evans swings it to Folks. Folks drives, picks up his dribble in the lane, nothing. Bard three, Kinney, no. Tackett brings it down, looking for it, gives it to Berkey. As Hallie gets around Umback, doesn't finish there though. Hallie fights for it though. Fighting the entire time, coach.
Yep.
Brody gets down. I think it was blocked by Alford. Couldn't tell, but I'm going to say it was. Tackett comes down. Alford looks to shoot. Not there. Goes in the lane. Gets his own rebound. Coach, there's your other key. Not getting it done there. Not rebounding there.
Yeah. Number one, he blew right past us.
Yep. And then
nice quick move, and then
kind of just stood there.
He missed it. And went right back up and got it. So.
My buddy Trevor Oldham from Olympia has tuned in, and he gave an opinion on Olympia. So now I know there's Olympia people watching. So
good.
Welcome in. Alford gets one to go. Goes 1 for 2 from the line. Folks to Dom, back to Folks. See, just slow down a little bit. I was going to say no kickball called there, and that's the three that Bard hits.
You want to force that, Dom. It's really not there. That person didn't come and guard you. You go until someone stops you.
Folks, three. Airballs it, but it is, and they're going to say it's off Preston there. Looked like it was off the knee of, I want to say Berkey, but nonetheless, got to get a stop now. Got to see how you react to this. As reaching from Folks, Tackett goes in, floats it in. No, back to Tackett. 21. Demling, no good. 3. And they're going to say this ball is Cougar ball as it rolls out of bounds. They don't press their coach.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah, that's kind of weird to me, but nonetheless, Bard drives in, trying to get a bucket. That's call a foul there. Looks like it was a push. I don't know if they're going to say shooting. Looks like he will be shooting. Yes, Bard goes to the line for 2. .323 left here in the first half. Bard's first one, no good. Right off the back rim, and Coach, this is a pretty young lineup Coach has in there right now.
Yes,
2 freshmen, 1 senior, and 2 juniors. So, kind of shows just how young this core is for this Cougar group. As Bard hits the other one, makes it a 16-14 lead for the Spartans. Back to Berkey. Berkey on Bard on Berkey. Berkey drives in. Preston stepped up there, contested it a little bit. Bard gets it in transition, looking to do something, hits it behind the back. Back looks. Bard looking, hits Clark. Now Folks gets it. Folks looking for something. They're not spaced very well right now.
Yeah, everybody's bunched up on the other side.
Bard goes in, layup. Didn't use the backboard, Coach.
Oh, just a little bit behind him.
Yep. Throws it away. Now they put the press back up.
Stay behind. Stay behind.
Gotta stay behind.
Got to stay behind. That makes that guy there have to.
Coach Burks has to call his 3rd time out of the half. clearly not very happy about that.
You got to stay behind. You got to have one of the two guards has to stay behind the other one. But they also have to catch it and then look up the side when they catch it. You can't just continue to look back and forth to one another. You've got to reverse it and then look up.
Yeah, I
don't reverse it to you.
No.
And then we'll just sit there and you look right at and back to me. You got to look up the sideline or to the middle.
Yeah, and it looked like Druin's been the one taking it out, or whoever is. They're immediately going to the middle. I don't want to say that's not how you do it, because you can, but now they're doing kind of what you were talking about, Coach. They're keeping Dom behind.
I got to look up.
And then they get him on the opposite side.
Look up the court.
Folks goes in, layup. Didn't have to make it that more difficult than what he already had it, but Tackett goes in, layup, in and out around the rim. Clark gets it, back to Dom. Folks, are we gonna get it? Nope. Thought he was gonna shoot that in transition.
I did too.
Umback gets it to Clark. Clark looking to Folks. Folks drop. Nope. Steps back. Step back three. Can he? Yes, he can. Brody Folks for three gives the Cougars a 1-point lead with 1:40 left here in the first half. I think that's a big shot for Brody. Just seeing it fall.
Yeah.
As Preston gets beat again.
Here's where the freshman defense is going to get us.
Yeah.
And that, that's part of being a freshman.
See, Coach, they did it again. They're not keeping people behind.
You got to stay behind. You got to stay behind. Does Ryder have fouls or? I guess we're going to find out here in a second.
He has two.
He's got two.
He's got 2 fouls. So Coach Burke's putting the junior guard back in just to see how he does with 2 fouls. So Folks gets it down court, goes in, layup time, got it. Brody, 5-point swing there for Brody there. Makes it a 1-point game for the Cougars. 1:10 left here in the first half. Dom gets beat again, picking on the freshman, Coach.
Yeah. Get caught watching the ball.
Yep.
Your guy cuts behind you. You get caught watching the ball. You can't get caught watching the ball up the court. There it is. The dribble up.
And Dom. Bard looking to contest, gets it. 3-point lead for the Spartans now with 45 seconds left here in the first half. Folks. And he keeps his dribble.
Wow. That was impressive.
Folks,
if
3.
He hits this after doing a little curly knee. Do you know who Curly Neal is?
Yes, I do.
The old Harlem Globetrotters.
See, like nowadays, now it's like Uncle Drew, like the old Kyrie movie.
Yeah,
that's Uncle Drew. That's the Uncle Drew type stuff.
Come on, you got to help on defense.
Man, Ryder just gave up as soon as he got to his side.
Well, I mean, it wasn't. He's got to have a little bit of help. Holy smokes!
And I get Ryder, with 2 fouls, he can't do so much. But it was 5 seconds left here. Bard 3. We need it. Got it at the half. We got a score of 24-22 as the Spartans go in with a 2-point lead. That was a big shot for Bard to end the half.
Yeah, it needed it.
Yeah,
needed it.
Absolutely.
You got to play better. You got to stay. And I always if you're listening to broadcasts, I'm always on, going over and saying it all over the place all the time about staying in front on defense. But you also do have to help a little bit. And right there was no help on that last possession. So, all right, it's halftime. We're going to step away, and we'll be back in about 7 or 8 minutes, and we'll be ready to bring you the second half. 2-point game. Should be a good one. Yep. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you. Bye. All right, so welcome back. Getting the Little Palms girls off the court. Going to give the boys hopefully an opportunity to get some shots up before get a little bit warmed up before they start the second half. With the Olympia Spartans clinging to a 24-22 lead here at the Cougar Den. I was going to say, we weren't there for a while. We weren't going to have to replace the nets anytime soon from all the fire shooting that was going on. But
yeah.
We both of us were struggling to hit shots early in the game, and then it's kind of opened up a little bit.
Second quarter opened everything up.
Yeah, it's still going to be, at least in my opinion, who executes better on defense. Because right now, that is really where both of us are at.
I was about to say, this won't be a David Bard 41-point game.
He's going to have to catch real fire for that.
Brody Folks, 30-footers against Auburn in the first half.
Yeah, it's going to be what it is right now is it's going to be who breaks down less on defense, I think, is how I, see it going.
And really, I feel like we've contained the press as better. Like it's getting better, I feel like, every time they're running it. It's just they'll run it right, they'll run the press break right, and then they seem to just kind of wean off of the press break, and it's been kind of tough for them to get by after they get through it one time. So I feel like if they beat it a couple times in a row, we won't see it anymore.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, we talked before, we talked in pregame about the importance of trying to build some momentum with both of us coming off of a little bit of a losing streak for both teams.
Yeah.
And, you mentioned I made they're in a different spot than we are when it comes to the postseason, mainly because, obviously being 2A, but then also the other thing, they're subsectional. Out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 teams, 7 of them have winning records.
That is, wow.
Out of ours, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 in ours. 2 of them have winning records currently. Well, 3 counting us.
Yeah, and looking at their subsectional, the 2 teams that stand out to me are Tremont and Tri-Valley, and those I've been watching a lot of news clips on Tremont, and they're the real deal. So maybe this is where they pick it up. Anything can happen in regional time.
That's right.
And I'm impressed by how they're playing so far, Olympia. So we'll see. As 30 gets it in,
darn it.
Hallie gets it to go, gives them a 4-point lead to start. Again, here's this press coach. They're keeping Ryder on the opposite side of the court. And they're hitting the middle, and it's broke. Folks, layup.
I really like Coach Burks' strategy there. He put Brody in the middle, someone that could catch it and go.
Yeah.
Sometimes you were mentioned before about getting Drew in there, and I agree with that too. You get a guard there, someone that can actually attack it.
Someone that can dribble.
But you got to finish at the rim, though.
This is where this can't happen. They can't start getting momentum here. We got to match this momentum, match the energy. Dom not taking care of the ball. They get a kickball. They get lucky on a kickball, Coach.
Got to look up the court. And did you see that time? I think we're matching up with it.
Yeah.
You got 3 up front. You got, it's a 1-2-2. We can't have 3 guys. You got to make that. You got to make 22 have to go one way or the other. We didn't do it right then either.
That's a bad pickup by Brody. That's a bad pickup. Alford 3 off the rim.
What was key number 2? Rebound.
Yeah, and they're not doing it so far here in the second half. About a minute and 20 seconds in, and we're already down 6. Alford looking, drive in, no. Umback stays in front of him. He gets it. Cohen Alexander gets it out there to Alford. Tackett gets it.
Was Alford the one that hit the 3 before David hit his?
Yes.
He was, right?
Yeah. So
I'm not sure that's not their only 3 of the game.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Great pass by Tackett. Kerwin Alexander finishes it there.
Here's my point. So if I am right, and they've only hit 1 3, we're getting beat. We're giving up layups because we're not getting to help. You know what I'm saying is if you can't help off Brody Folks.
He's
you can't help off David Bard.
Folks open again.
I'm glad he shot that.
Yes, he
glad
can.
He shot that.
Huge 3 there, but Coach, like you were saying, continue what you were saying.
I'm not saying they can't shoot the 3, but they're not looking to do that. Now he's going to hit that.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about? Like,
yeah.
If we're having a hard time staying in front and getting to help, we got to drop off and not keep continuing to get beat back door.
For sure.
Because that's what's getting us right now.
And we saw a zone play in the JV game. Maybe putting on a zone would work. I know it's not the Cougar way, but when the man's not working, it's not working. So
right. Oh, and Coach Burks has done that. Maybe he will go to that.
Yeah. That's Bard. Look at the finish. Can he? No.
Good aggressive move.
Yeah. As he's going to the line. I think he went 1 for 2 in the first time in the first half he went to the line. So let's see if we can get 2 for 2 here for
like
Coach
we
Byrd.
we were saying. They're subsectional. You're right, Tremont. Looking at those because I don't. A lot of those teams aren't people that we play. So
no. I think that's El Paso. They're a pretty good group too. They're usually a pretty good group. So here is a game where they need to get momentum, but we also just need as much momentum going into regionals here in the next few weeks too. So
call a timeout. It's going to be
timeout.
30, I think.
I believe that's their first time out of the game because I think Coach Burks called the first 3 in the.
Well, they're sitting down, so it must be a full timeout.
So
we'll take it. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back. Down. It's funny. We're only down 4.
Yeah.
It seems like more than that, though.
I know.
For some reason, this seems like we're kind of in a rut.
See, and this is a game where, Coach Nannon, would say all year, this is a type of game where we're just getting outworked. Shots like that shouldn't be happening, especially if we're in a man defense. Like, either we're not all there, or as he gives it to Evans, Evans looks, Folks drives in, can he? Oh, Evans gets it back. Folks, 3, big shot. No. Tackett brings it back down. Blair staying in front. Tackett.
Get to help. That's good from David.
See, yeah. Bard's staying down in the post. So,
he did a good job.
So
well, because his man cut.
Maybe it works out.
His man cut all the way through. His man cut all the way through. And when his man cut all the way through, he stayed where he's supposed to stay.
Nope. Layups aren't even falling, Coach. Can't finish the layups. Druin, they don't call a foul on that. They're letting them play.
That's a travel. Yeah, it's crazy actually.
So
this is the most physical game I've seen all year.
Oh yeah. But it is Olympia.
It's the most physical I've seen it all year.
Hallie gets it. Hallie gets it. Dom rebound.
Easy with the fancy dribble.
Bard drives in, and he gets it stripped away from Alexander. Tackett bringing it down.
I think the booth's going to go down here in a second,
know.
Coach.
Jeez. Coach Francis's daycare is going down here. Same team, boys. Bard goes around, gets it, gets the lay to go, and Bard, I couldn't tell if he was hurt, Coach.
I think he just tired.
He looks tired. And I don't know how long he didn't practice with.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's done this week.
We got a full timeout, Coach. Another Olympia timeout, I believe. Coach, I think you called it earlier too. You know, a lot of the parents that were here for the Palms Clinic, but you know, a lot of them stuck around.
Yeah, some of them definitely have stuck around. It's one of those things again where it's a school night, it's a Tuesday night. So yeah, there's still some people here. There's definitely a group of them there to the right, at half court.
Yep. You know, I think some of them are waiting for Mrs. Durbin to call school for tomorrow.
I don't know if that's going to happen.
I don't
or
either.
not.
I don't either.
So kids out there at home, if you're listening, don't stay up late playing the old Xbox or whatever, thinking you're going to get
the old Atari, Coach.
Right. The old. Don't be playing your video games up late, thinking you're going to get out of school tomorrow. I don't know.
I don't know. From what Coach Ranson's talking about this morning, it's supposed to start after we're in school, so.
Which is almost worse in a way that we get everybody here. But.
Yeah, and then just having to send them home.
Right, yeah.
So. I'm back. That's a mismatch. And they get the ball stuck.
How do they not call that?
I think I
don't understand. That's a foul on us. I can't. Yeah,
Oh, and Coach Burks gets the trusty pull down.
If you've not seen a game or been in Illini Central, we have the most ball catchingest, as is shown right there. If you're watching this at home and you've never seen that happen before, it happens here all of the time. The fact that we have a piece of PVC, I need like a John Madden where I can write on the screen and circle the PVC.
Yes.
That piece of PVC is there all the time for that reason, because that happens all of the time.
All the time. It happens even more during actual PE classes.
Right.
I feel like I'm always walking in here and there's a ball stuck in either basket. So
yeah, if you think we're kidding, we're not. I've been here for 22 years. And it happens all the time.
Big possession here for the Cougars, trying to tie it. About 2:40 left here in the third quarter. Folks drives, step back. They're guarding Brody very well tonight.
Yeah.
Bard, step back. See, and they're even on Bard a whole lot. As Goodman all over David Bard. Off the foot. Great defense there. Dom looking to get around. Goes up. And they call a foul. I thought it was going to drop.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, is if you're coaching Olympia, Coach Slager, I think.
Slager.
First-year coach here. I'm like, how is that a call down here when just down here before the ball got stuck? That's exactly the same thing. If I'm him, that's exactly what I'm saying.
I'm with you. Dom's first one.
I am going to be, I'm not going crazy about it, but I'm definitely going to be saying, wait a minute.
See, my fear at this point is, are the calls going to stay the same when we get in crunch time in the fourth quarter?
Right.
Because, there's refs, that I've seen they'll call a game like this, but then when you get in the fourth quarter, everything's so touchy.
Right, yeah.
So
yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
We'll see. Dom goes 0 for 2 on the free throw line. Over the back wasn't called there on Evans. Alford goes in. Layup. Great angle there from Alford. Makes it a 4-point game for the Spartans.
Back to straight man.
Yep. Evans down or back up to Dom. 3-ball. Boom. David Bard 3. Huge shot from the senior.
Again, we just said this. It just feels like we're down between 5 and 10.
Yeah. I agree. And and they call a foul. They call an offensive
screen.
foul on 21
Yeah, I didn't see
Demling. I didn't either. Coach Burks yelled at David to say not to do that, but it turns out it was on Demling from Olympia. So Cougars get the ball back. Again, I said this earlier. This is a big possession. You want to get a momentum swing here. Going into the fourth quarter, this is a huge momentum swing. As Bard almost throws the ball away. At that point, Coach, against a 1-2-2, you can't throw a skip pass whenever we're going across half court. It's just, it can't happen. So Folks gets it. Trying to slow it down a little bit, it looks like. Folks drives. Nothing there. Bard doesn't catch it the right way. Back to Folks. Folks looks to shoot. Pull up. Boom. Brody Folks gives the Cougars a 1-point lead. And, Coach, I said that was a big possession.
Yep.
So that's a huge shot from Folks. Good to see something other than a three go down for him. So maybe that's a confidence boost for him, too. So as Hackett gets it, down to Alford. Folks on him. And they don't call a foul there either, Coach.
I would be upset with that.
He looks upset. Coach Slager does not look happy. Dom, three. Can he? Yes, he can. Freshman Dominic Blair with another three gives the Cougars a 4-point lead. Huge shot from the freshman. And he looks steal on the floor. Great defense by Dom. And they call a foul now. Dominic Blair. Dominic goes over to Hackett and Tackett and apologizes. Looks like he got him a little rough there. So Ephraim Newton checking into the game, as well as Ryder Claypool in for Brody Folks and Drew and Evans. What do you think the game plan here is, Coach? You have Drew and Brody both out. Is this more just for defense or?
Yeah, I wonder if they're just trying to give them a break here
Maybe give them
at
a
the
break
end of the quarter.
Yeah. As Alford, tough shot, rims out. That's not a travel. 20 seconds left. Tackett goes in, gets fouled. Who's that going to be?
Here's the thing about where Dom, he wasn't trying to do anything bad, but when he just grabbed that kid, now it makes it wonder if what you were just saying isn't going to start happening.
Yeah, and I really hope that's not it, but for some reason I'm seeing it. As Parker gets beat by Halley. About 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. Bard gets it. Bard pull-up or floater, got it. 38-34 with about 4 seconds left. Alexander takes it, and he doesn't get it. Cougars, huge momentum shift in the second half of that third quarter with a lead of 38-34 over the Olympia Spartans.
So usually we always do this. So here's what we have. We just mentioned that season is winding down. So here's what we have coming up. The next three is what we call it usually. The next three for us is Friday night. The boys travel to Athens to take on the Warriors. Next Monday, they'll be in, is that right? Monday? Yeah, Monday.
Yes.
They go to IB. They go up to Illini Bluffs this year. And then on Tuesday night, they take on Pleasant Plains. That'll be senior night. So 2 road games coming up, and then a home game a week from tonight when we honor David and Druin on our senior night. For Olympia, they have coming up. They have Plains at home on Friday. I thought it said Friday. And then they go to Athens and to Porta.
That is such a drive for them.
Yeah.
Where they're at, I mean, that's on the north side of Lincoln. I'm coming the opposite way.
Yeah, can you imagine on a night, we complain about having to go to Auburn.
Oh, yeah.
Their drive to Auburn,
it's
New Berlin.
The worst. Oh.
Yeah, that's something else. Those drives are something else for us.
It just makes it so crazy to me that they're still in the Sangamo.
Right. I don't know. Can they get on 55 in a way that it's easier for us? I mean, we can get on 55 pretty easy.
If you're coming from Sanford or Stanford, it's tough. But yeah. Bard drives in. No foul, Coach. And Evans fighting for it, and they're going to call a travel. Alexander does not look happy about that, and Coach Slager looks like he's keeping his mouth shut on that.
He didn't say much?
Nope, he's kind of just standing there. I think he likes the adversity. He started clapping his hands and everything. So I think we're about to see an aggression that we haven't seen all game. Bard trying to match it, goes up. And they're going to call something. They're going to say it's on the floor. Foul on Bard. Bard looks like he got hit in the eye. They're going to call it on 22, Cohen Alexander. Senior. Yep. Bard can't open his right eye or left eye, it looks like. He's trying to at least, but
it's physical.
We'll see. Bard looking, nothing there. Gives it to Folks. Claypool sets a screen. Folks to Umback. Folks back again. Evans gets it. Bard. Drew in there for a screen. Nothing there. Umback
We just
looking.
need to be patient.
Yeah, you know, we have a 4-point lead. You know, we don't have to immediately go down and just shut something up.
Yeah, and I don't mean hold it. I just saying take our time looking for a good shot.
Brody gets it. That's a huge three. 7-point lead for the Cougars. Brody with yet another three. That gives him 15 for the night, Coach. Alexander as Hallie. Hold on. What's the call? They're going to call a jump ball, Coach.
I'm going to get rowdy in here.
Yes, it is.
Coach Ewens.
And Coach Slager is just kind of looking at him, looking at the refs like, how can you call that? I thought he had him by the wrist as well, but I mean, we'll take it.
Yeah, I couldn't see it.
It's Alford three, no good. And he tries to go back to him on the floor. And they call a timeout. Timeout Olympia, 30 seconds. Starting to get even more physical, Coach.
Yeah, it's gonna end up getting, they gotta, you know, what you were saying before about, you know, turning the fourth quarter into ticky-tack. It's not even that. It is getting a little chippy.
Yeah.
And probably need to call it just a little bit closer.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little bit. Well, we've said the whole game that it's kind of like not sure what was going to get and what was and what wasn't going to get called.
Yeah. We'll see. There's still a ton of game left, so you never know what can happen.
Yeah, there's all kinds of time left.
So we'll see here as it's Olympia ball as Alexander's taking it out. I feel like Alford hasn't done as much this second half so far. So as they get it in, fouled, can't get it to go. Looks like it's on Dom. As Carson Berkey, the 6'3" senior, is going to the line for the Spartans. This might be one of their first times at the line tonight, Coach.
Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, maybe some in the first half.
I thought they went to the line once or twice in the first quarter, but I know they didn't go at all during the third quarter. So Berkey's first one is up. Gets it to go. Drew and Evans checking back in for Ryder Claypool. So we'll see how we'll see how Druin can stand here. Did they just take Druin out because he didn't have his shirt tucked in?
I've coached for a long time. I've not seen someone have to come out of the game for not having their shirt tucked in.
That's unreal. And the second one's to
okay, whatever. I just don't remember seeing that.
Ephraim Newton checks in for Drew and Evans after he didn't have his shirt tucked in. So Bard, that's a risky pass. Goes in. Folks, layup. Got it.
Well, my camera didn't move.
And that gives Brody 17. 17's all around for Brody and David tonight. As Berkey drives in. Layup time. Got it. And, Coach, I don't know if you just saw Drew and Evans is now back at the scorer's table looking to check back in. So
shirt tucked in and everything.
Folks, three. Boom! Brody Folks has awoken, Coach.
Doesn't take much to get him going.
It does not take a lot for him. 20 points for Brody so far. And here we go. They're going to call a push. Who is it on? It's on David.
Yeah, got face cut.
David, that is his second foul. And looking at the stats board.
It's 2 on him.
and Dom has 3. So does Druin. So we'll see how these guys react to that. Let's Tackett, pull-up jumper, no good. Cohen Alexander gets it. Tackett 3, no. And it's tipped out by Olympia.
He did that thing that I always get on kids about. He started
Ran
to
away.
Yeah, you want to run away from your shot.
Ran away from the shot.
You want to stay with it.
That's one of the things that I feel all 3 of us middle school coaches teach these
Yeah,
kids.
that's one thing that you guys, not telling you what to do, but you definitely should be teaching that.
Yeah.
Because it's a bad habit and sometimes it's a habit that you get from watching Steph do the crazy things Steph do. And I'm not saying that Steph shouldn't do it, but you ain't Steph.
All for 3 goes. 7-point game with 5 minutes left as Bard on the last possession got a layup. David looking. Gives it to Dom. Bard goes in, no foul called. Evans on the floor. Hold on. David's got a nosebleed. Looks like he got a nosebleed. So hey, for this amount of time, they don't have David.
Right.
So what can Olympia do in this span of time? With a nosebleed, he'll only be gone for about 30 seconds. But can you keep the clock running? That's all for 3. Gets that one to go. 4-point game.
Not sure why he hasn't gotten more of those looks today.
No,
right? Or
yeah,
why
I
he
know.
hasn't looked for him himself.
And it's hit away. Stays here. Coach Burks is not happy.
No, he's not.
Ryder taking it out as Druin gets it.
Pretty close. Ooh.
Looking. Gives it to Bard. Brody got it. 6-point game. That's a huge bucket by Brody as David just comes back in. Don't think he's checked in yet. And he's got a piece of tissue or toilet paper.
Someone needs to tell him he's got something. Coach Burke's not happy.
Not happy whatsoever. I don't think I've seen him yell like that.
He doesn't usually raise his voice like that. I mean, he'll get mad. We all do. But it's funny. Yep.
That's a trademark Coach Nannon yell right there.
So with 4:27 to go, 6-point game, Olympia ball. And right now, Owen Alford is doing everything he can.
I was about to say,
try to get them, keep them right here in this thing.
As Alford's down here, he's down by the corner, and they're putting Brody on him. Well, and David's checking in now for Ryder. So David's going to play with a piece of paper towel, toilet paper, tissue, whatever.
I mean, I don't know why he can't do that.
Yeah. I don't think it's a problem. I think it's more just as Alford.
Let's see what they have for plays to try to get. Oh boy.
He just threw it away. Goodman just threw it into the hands of Dom. That's a huge turnover. As they're on the floor and they call a foul. As Coach Burks is still barking at these kids.
To calm down, yeah. Well, because we'd like to play hot potato sometimes.
Yeah.
Get rid of it,
I thought he was going to throw it to Brody, Coach.
Come get it.
Dom gets it out center court. Gives it to David. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know if he has blood on him. Does 22 have blood on him?
I can't tell. Oh, yeah, it's all over his jersey, back of his jersey. Yeah, but it's right. It's right on the numbers.
So, assistant coach or the JV coach is on his hustling to the locker room.
Yeah, it's all over him.
That's when we used to carry the old Visine.
Yeah.
Isn't that old Visine?
Yeah.
It really does. I remember Zach Bauer, my boy Aaron Stout, Alan Stout, when they were all managers. Where's the Visine at? And you think, that's not going to work.
Oh. What? So, ball was tipped out, and they're going to call a foul on number 30.
Yeah, I don't know how far behind we are over here, but yeah, that's
wow.
The replay, because at home you're about 17 seconds behind us.
Goodman goes in, gets it. 4-point game, 3:40 left. And this is where pressure, I think, is going to be. They have to handle pressures. Alford goes for a steal. Not there. Folks goes in. Barred. He wasn't ready to shoot. And they foul.
I guess, I don't know. We're probably fortunate, as physical as it is, that we are up by 4.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know. I worry about how we handle the physical nature of the game.
Yeah, and the refs so far have let them play. So so here we go. David's got to have an edge on him, and so does Brody. So
we just have to be smart.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you.
We can't get caught up in how physical it is, because it's not dirty. It's physical both ways. We've been just as physical. So.
Yeah. As Brody gets it, top right next to the Cougar head. He's driving. And they don't call a foul or anything.
Yeah, I don't think there was one there.
Tackett goes down. Alford 3. Can he? Short, but it looks like it was off. It was off the Cougar. I think it was off David there. As number 20 is checking in, that is sophomore Ryder Wilson checking in. So here we go.
I thought they were going to try to run America's play.
I did too.
There.
I did, because they did in the first half.
Did Alford take that out? Was that him?
I think so. I believe.
was looking on the wrong screen.
Here we go.
No, it's not him.
Tackett gets. Oh no! Oh, and it's Alford 3
But he
open.
gets it.
He got it.
Crazy. Ends up back in his hand.
Owen Alford has made it a 1-point game with 2:30 left. And he's going for the steal every time, and he hasn't gotten it. And it's on the floor. Oh, no.
We just got to play smart.
I'm about
now.
to say.
We got to get it. The game, there's all kinds of time
You're playing
left.
at their speed at this point.
That's a block.
And they call a block.
That's absolutely a block. The basket went, too.
Yeah. He made it.
Yeah.
I was already looking at people's reactions.
I was watching Dom to see whether I was watching Dom and the official.
Ian Tackett
Finishes
gets the and one to go with 2:24 left. Olympia back up 1. Tackett's free throw off the back of the rim.
Rebound down to Bard. Let's see.
Bard gives it to Dom.
Make a good decision here would be nice.
Dom's got to do something. Back to Umback. Umback got it.
That's a good finish by Parker.
Umback. Great finish there.
We better find out where Alford is.
I'm about to say Brody's on him.
He and Brody have the same body type.
Yeah, Alford.
Nice shot.
He's taking it.
Easy.
Yep, just slow down. You got a 1 point. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Holy smoke.
Alford, layup, and it's tipped out. Parker Umback is stepping up big, and it looks like Parker's hurt.
Coach Lager's he's gonna take a timeout.
Parker's limping a little bit. And
go ahead. Sorry.
Can't really tell if they're going to keep Parker in, it looks like. So, but he stepped up big.
Yeah, that was Dom made a good pass to get it to Parker there for that layup. I don't know. This has been a crazy game. It's like for the beginning, couldn't make a basket.
No.
We sat on zeros forever.
This is just unreal.
It has been an interesting game, to say the least. How many people have stuck around? Well, we're up to 52 people now.
Wow.
I hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. We've enjoyed bringing it to you. I think we've been pretty impartial for the most part. Tried to be.
I'm trying to.
If anything, we've been probably more critical of the officials than we have been of anything else, just in terms of letting it be really physical both ways. Let's hope it comes down to the boys deciding the outcome of the game. Let's hope that's what happens.
Yep. Tackett goes in, drives in, gets
Nice
a
shot.
tough layup. They're going to get a 5-second. Druin gets it. Back to Bard. They're going to keep this press. Oh, no, they're not.
Yeah. I don't blame them necessarily.
I don't know if you've seen, Coach, but Cohen Alexander has switched jerseys.
Did he?
Yes, he's now number 3. He's on David. As David
that's-
goes in, and they don't call a foul there either. Bard goes in. Got it! David Bard with another big layup. Puts him up 1.
That's one of those where as many calls as have gone our way or we thought kind of went our way. That was definitely a foul.
That was unreal. Alford another 3. Oh, short. And at this point, you got to play slow. It's only a 1-point game. I get it, but they're gonna foul.
Okay, so David will go to the free throw line.
I don't know what that was from David.
With an opportunity to put us up 3.
These are big free throws from the senior. Looking at the stat board, Brody Folks with 22, and David Bard now with 22, Coach. So our 2 scorers stepping up big tonight, which is weird because, in Sangamo, it seems like they've been pretty good with locking down.
Right, yeah.
Especially with David, being hurt and everything, but
Yeah.
these guys, they needed this game, I think. So kind of realize how good they are offensively. And Bard's second free throw, up and good. Makes it a 3-point game with 51 seconds left. As Tackett brings it down.
Can we keep track of young Owen Alford? Well, young, he's a senior. He's still young when you're old like me, but Brody needs to almost face guard him. Not even, there he is. That's a good idea.
As Berkey goes
Nice
up,
step through.
gets it.
That's
30
nice-
seconds left. It's a 1-point game.
Nice step through there.
They got a foul or something.
I think we'll kind of let it,
See, at that point, why not foul the freshman?
Yeah.
Because
did Dom have it first?
Yeah, and Dom missed his first 2 free throws of the game, so, and he missed them bad, so, I don't know. Coach Slager talking to Ian Tackett as Bard's free throws are good with 27 seconds left. This is a big free throw. Bard to put it back up, got it. Nothing but net. And they're gonna take Dom out, put Ryder in. Ryder's checking in with, I believe, still 3 fouls. Oh no, 2 fouls still. 2 fouls. Druin has 3. 25 seconds left. Alford gets it. Alford 3. Way off.
I think he was trying to draw the foul when you're more worried about trying to get that shot, like get into your shot.
Yeah. So
I know he probably, the 1-2 trips ago down here in front of their bench looked like he probably could have got one.
Yeah. And they're going to throw it to David. David gets, and it's hit out by Alexander. Coach Burke's calling for something. Here we go. 17 seconds left. They get it into Dom.
Either way, they wanted something to happen.
Yeah.
They wanted a foul call, or they wanted, I don't know if he was going to throw it away anyway.
So the freshman going up with a 3-point game, going to the line. These are huge free throws for Dominic. Yep, he's taking his time. Come on, Dom. Big shot.
It's a first.
Big shot from Dom. Makes it a 4-point game with 15 seconds left. Another big one up here.
Pretty quiet.
Second one up. And he rims out. And it rims out. And they're going to get it. Alford gets it. Deep 3. Got it. Oh. Owen Alford from NBA 3.
that was deep because it's funny. I like the fact in a way that we're behind because I hit the camera button just in time as you see him bury that.
My goodness.
He's got 22.
He's got 22. Unreal shot.
So now if you're them, I think you're trying to do whatever you can to keep the ball out of David's hands because he's hit his free throws.
Yeah.
Dom made 1 out of 2 there.
I mean, I feel like you just stay in front of David. You do not let him catch. You don't put it in the hands of Brody or Dom at this point if you're Olympia, because I don't think Brody's gone to the line yet tonight.
I'd be interested to see if Coach Burks does what he did the other night, where he put all 5 guys out of bounds under the basket, and then they took off and went. It was really awkward, weird, because I had just been thinking about that setup.
Yeah.
You know, like having all 5 guys out of bounds. He's not clearly doing it right now, as you can tell.
Nope.
But
no, and on the last inbound play, they just sent David full court, and they got it, and it looks like – and they don't call a foul. Hold on.
Well, I don't think it was a foul, actually. Tried to.
With 3 seconds left, Coach. 3.6 left.
Yeah, I don't think it was a foul. And I don't know if they intended not to foul him.
Yeah, I couldn't. From the angle, he just kind of rushed at him, so I didn't see the full.
I mean, they do have
sequence.
They're going to have time left, but the bad part is we have 2 fouls. Is Coach Burks willing to foul? Well, now, I mean, you got to make this one for it to even be a point. Number 2 about walked up in there.
Here we go.
Good.
Big free throw. Got it. Got it.
Okay, so now a 3-point game, 3.6 to go.
And Brody immediately goes to Owen Alford. As Tackett goes down. 3. Short, and the Cougars
hold on.
Get a huge Sangamo Conference win tonight.
Hold on.
Over the Olympia Spartans.
I tell you what, the guys on both teams are definitely they played their butts off.
Oh, yeah.
Both sets of kids, our kids, their kids. That was definitely a physical, up and down pace, tough game. Owen Alford, he just did
22
a
points.
Fantastic job.
22 points from him. Brody Folks finishes with 24.
I know he doesn't. I know Alford's walking off getting, congratulatory handshakes from our coaches. He's still disappointed, but he sure willed his way to get them back into the game. So,
I mean, that's a huge win. That's a tough win too. And going back to their record, you now lose 6 in a row as the Spartans. But with that loss, that's not a loss that I would be so super mad about.
Right.
You're never happy about losing.
Right. But they definitely battled in that game. For us, it's a positive because we've been able to. We were able to hang on and get a win. That's the positive thing for us.
We're now at 14-12, so that's huge.
Right. So
that's
who's this guy down here? Who is this guy? Yeah. Who is that guy down there?
It's Coach Francis's daycare going on down here.
Who is this guy down here? So anyway, Coach Burks is going to come back out to talk to us. He's going to talk to you. So come up with your questions. Okay. You're the guy sitting there. I'm going to hand him my headset. I'm going to work on the overlay. Get ready for the tweet to go out. 61-58. Let's see. Just a reminder, our boys are on the road on Friday. If you're still with us in Olympia, you know that you're home against Plains your next game. I'll be back in the Cougar Den on Thursday night for senior night for one of my favorite players of all time, Taylor Kine, one of the best kids you'd ever want to meet. Just absolutely one of my favorites. She will... she's been playing great too, so I'm looking forward to it. I hope we have an opportunity to send her out her last time in the Cougar Den with a win is what I'm hoping to see happen. And then the girls will be back in action on Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. is the plan, at least I think is the plan for the regional game. Girls regional starts on Saturday. So well, Coach Burke's giving his 2 cents in there, and then he'll be up to talk to you, Coach.
All righty.
Got some good questions for him, I'm sure. So, 6th grade, you got a game tomorrow. Supposed to have a game tomorrow night. We'll see what Mother Nature says about whether you host the Bruins, right?
Yep, Bruins.
The Bruins come over.
And, you know, they have a really good coach over there, 6th grade-wise, Coach Jamie Anderson. He's been doing it for a while.
So he coaches the girl. He does the 6th grade boys.
Yep. He actually coached them last year as well, and you know, even just from the 2 games that I coached against him, he gave me a lot of his wisdom and a lot of his tips. And you know, with me only starting as a coach for the last 2-3 years, so trying to get as much as I can.
Coached against him many times in my time of doing the girls.
He's a really good guy. He's a really good guy. He knows what he's doing. So so we play Mount Pulaski. Tomorrow night we're supposed to, and then off for the rest of the week. And then next week we play Delavan in the Cougar Center on Wednesday, and then we go over to Athens on Thursday and take them on. And then after that we have the West Lincoln tournament, and I've been telling my boys how big of a tournament that is for a 6th grade.
Yeah, so, anytime you can go into a tournament with an opportunity to try to win something, bring home some hardware, you're all about it.
Yeah,
I'd love to have the opportunity to do that.
So Coach Burks is walking up now.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hand my headset to him. Mm-hmm. After they're done talking, Coach, you get the responsibility of signing us off.
All righty.
So, Coach Burks, I'm gonna hand you the headset. Coach Ewan's is gonna do the interview. And
Coach, big win. It's always good to get a Sangamo Conference win.
Yeah.
So, I guess my first question is, you know, how do you think the boys reacted all game to the aggression? You know, how aggressive this game was.
So you know, it's no secret we don't usually play defense very well, or I guess with a lot of intensity. We spent all day yesterday just going through drills, literally just telling them to beat each other up and not back down. And I thought, we came out and Druin and Parker really set the tone. They were just so physical, and they wouldn't let those guys do anything. And then, they were physical, and the rest were letting a lot of stuff go. And it's like it's going both ways. I mean, everybody's getting hammered, so just play. And that was a great defensive effort. We got it done on defense tonight for sure.
Yeah. Talking about Parker, down the stretch in that 4th quarter, he made back-to-back 2 huge plays. He knocked out the ball from, I think, Alexander, and then he had the backdoor layup.
Yeah.
So, you have guys like, Brody and David, going off, but then you have guys like Parker going off or making just big plays like that. How important going forward in the rest of the season do you need plays like that?
Yeah, it's David and Brody are going to do their thing. I mean, they were horrible shooting in the first half and still both had 25 or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, Dom hit 2 huge threes.
Yeah,
and
Preston Clark had a huge
hit a three.
Yeah.
Druin was unreal. I don't know if he even scored, but he got every rebound and guarded. Ryder out there handling the ball. That was just a good effort, and that was a big win. 14th of the year and second at Sangamo. I bet a lot of people didn't think we'd be there right now at this stage. So it's been fun. That was a fun one. It's always good to win our home floor, and as we're kind of winding down, it's good to add another one in the win column. So
my last question for you tonight: does this win? How much momentum does this build towards the end of the season? Beating. I know it's record-wise, Olympia isn't as good as like Plains and Athens, but with how great defensively they played tonight, this has to be a huge confidence boost going into the rest of the season.
Olympia beat Maroa Forsyth by 15 at Maroa.
Wow.
And Maroa beat us by, 700. So that's just kind of how the Sangamo goes. And it's not easy to win. It's not easy to win any game, but in Sangamo for sure. What we told them, we're going to find out our regional seed by the time we, play again on Friday. And really from then, it's just let her rip. And those last 4 regular season games, there's no pressure. And it doesn't mean anything, honestly, unless you're playing for a conference championship. So you're just going to go have fun, try to get better. And, we're hosting regionals at home.
Exactly.
So that's kind of always the nugget is like, that's there. That we're going to be playing at home in 2 weeks. So stick with it and let's have some fun.
Yeah. All right. Coach Burks, I appreciate you coming up and talking to me.
Appreciate you guys doing it.
All right. And your final from the Cougar Den tonight, your Illini Central Cougars take the win 61-58. I want to thank Coach Worley for letting me come on again. I appreciate it. I always like doing this with you. So, again, Cougars win 61-58 over the Olympia Spartans. I am Coach Evan Ewens signing you guys out.